Everybody at one time or another needs some advice. And it's not uncommon to reach out online, especially on social platforms, and ask for help with your pond. But you have to be careful who you listen to. Hi, I'm Mark from AmericanAeration.com, and in this video I want to go over some bad advice. So a fellow online posted that he had just gotten an aeration system installed in his pond, has a fish pond, and he started it running at 1 hour per day and then increased that runtime. And typically you would increase the runtime from, say, 20 or 30 minutes the first day, maybe an hour the next, 2 hours the next, and so forth, working your way up to 24/7 coverage. In his case, he started, I think, about an hour, and within a day or two, he started to find some dead fish. Now, the point isn't so much about that part. We've talked about the gradual startup a number of times on this channel, but I wanted to show you a comment that was made. And it's not throwing shade or blaming anybody. In fact, it would seem like logical advice that when you have an aerator running and you're losing fish and you're only running it a very limited amount of time, maybe you should increase that runtime. Maybe the fish need more oxygen. But in this particular case, that is counter to what probably needs to be done. So the lesson in this is that before you put your aeration in, and I'm sure this guy did his due diligence and everything, but you have to be really clear on how you're going to introduce this mechanism of aeration into a pond. And what's interesting is, and actually this video is going to serve as a twofer for you because you're going to learn a couple things. A little bit about inversion, which I did mention in a recent short, and the introduction of aeration into a static pond with fish, and particularly an old pond with fish. In both cases, the inversion is caused by typically a weather event where you start out with a very static pond, a stagnant pond. You have warmer water at the surface, some oxygen there. The brunt of the pond has no oxygen in it because it's not well aerated, it's not circulated. And so you have cooler water down below that has very poor oxygen. The brunt of the pond has poor oxygen levels. So the fish are just using the upper area. A weather event comes in. It could be a storm, high winds, a heavy rain, and the pond can literally flip over. The bottom literally turns upward to the top, taking with it a lot of stuff out of the muck. The muck has a lot of gases and buildup down there. And a lot of nutrients, phosphorus and nitrogen, are in that muck. And so not only are the gases in a mass amount somewhat toxic to fish, but that huge rapid release of nutrients into the water column can create such a rapid explosive algae bloom that they will use oxygen up quite dramatically. And you can get this very rapid oxygen drop throughout the entire pond body. It goes toxic and deficient in oxygen. And typically when you see that happen, the pond will look really bad. It'll look dark. The water will be dark, murky. You'll lose the largest fish first because they have a higher oxygen demand. And it was all caused because of this flip or turnover event. And the way that you would guard against this is with aeration, which gets rid of the thermocline, these thermal layers from top to bottom, so the pond is more of a uniform temperature. Oxygenation is throughout the pond body completely. You've got constant circulation going, a mini turnover, if you will, but more gentle and managed, not all at once. And so those typically would help guard against an inversion. When you introduce an aerator into a new pond, or a pond, especially an old pond with fish and some muck at the bottom, when you turn this aerator on initially, it is going to do a lot of circulating. It's going to turn that water over. That's its job. It can't oxygenate fast enough, though, if you do too much too soon. You stir up a little bit of this bottom stuff, start to really get it circulating. Gases come out of the muck. Same thing, just like with the turnover, only a bit milder probably. But if you were to let that aerator run too long, too soon, you stir up too much of the pond and you create a type of flip or inversion. And so the way around that is that you introduce aeration very, very gradually. 20 minutes the first day. Be conservative. As I said in this commentary on this social platform, slow down. Just slow down. And see if that helps. Now, there could have been a weather event, could have been an extreme increase in the temperature. That may have happened too, but in almost every case, when people put an aerator in after the fact and they start to lose fish, it's because they are moving too quickly. The introduction is going too quickly. And so you want to slow down. Slower is better. 20 minutes the first day, 40 the second, hour the next. Just go slowly as you introduce these aerators, these subsurface aerators, and you typically don't see people having problems at all. Even in very challenging conditions, which I consider very hot summer conditions. Now, ideally, if you were going to introduce an aerator like this, you would do it early on in a pond's life cycle. You wouldn't do it after it's aged for 30 years and built up a bunch of muck, but the reality is that happens. And then you would also want to do it in cooler weather, when the water will naturally be able to hold more oxygen and retain more oxygen. You still want to go slowly because you don't want to stir up that muck too much. But ultimately, as you get the aerator established, oxygen will increase at the bottom. You'll get a better binding and sequestration of those nutrients, keeping it in the muck layer or down locked at the sediment level. That will help you with limiting algae growth and other problems in the water column. And your fish will be able to use the whole pond. And they'll be protected ultimately against catastrophic events like inversion. So that kind of sums it up. Be careful who you listen to. Ask good questions, of course. Be careful who you listen to. And if you are getting an aerator or thinking about getting an aerator, almost all the instructions that I know of, at least, have this noted in the manuals about the gradual slow startup. It's still a little surprising to me that this has been spread so widely, even on social platforms, that some people still don't get it. But it is counterintuitive. When fish are being lost, you think they need more oxygen, so turn it on higher, turn it on more. But in this case, that's not good advice. Anyway, if you have questions about your pond aeration in general, reach out to me. My name is Mark. You can find me at AmericanAeration.com, and I hope you have a great day there.